Right now, someone your age just got promoted. Someone younger than you just bought a house. Someone from your old class just got married, had a baby, started a business, and you're sitting here wondering, what am I doing wrong? Here's the truth. You are not behind. You've just been reading the wrong timeline. Let me show you why. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 things. First, why the idea of being behind is a trick your brain is playing on you. Second, the real timeline successful people actually followed, not the highlight reel version. And third, exactly what to do starting today so you stop measuring your life by someone else's clock. Let's get into it. Here's the first problem. We don't compare our real life to someone else's real life. We compare our behind the scenes to their highlight reel. You see the graduation photo, not the 3 years they spent depressed after failing their first business. You see the wedding post, not the 5 relationships that fell apart before that one worked. You see the promotion, not the 10 rejections before it. Social media didn't invent comparison, but it gave it a highlight reel, a filter, and a push notification. Every time you compare your full story to someone else's highlight, you're playing a game that's rigged from the start. Let's look at what real timelines actually look like, not the polished versions we're sold. A famous fast food founder didn't start his company until his 50s, after decades of failed ventures. A well-known author had her first big book rejected by over a dozen publishers before it became a global bestseller. A tech founder was fired from the very company he built before coming back years later to lead it to its greatest success. None of these stories move in a straight line. They zigzag, they stall, they restart. But we don't see the zigzag. We only see the summary. Founded company, became billionaire. 3 words replacing 30 years of struggle. Draw the zigzag line, finally reaching a star at the top, labeled where the story is usually told from. There is no universal timeline for success. There's only the timeline someone else already walked, and it was never a straight line either. Your brain has something called a social comparison mechanism. It's wired to constantly measure your position relative to the group. It's actually a survival instinct from thousands of years ago, when knowing your rank in the tribe mattered for safety and resources. The problem? Your brain hasn't updated its software for 2026. It doesn't know the difference between your tribe of 50 people and 3 billion people on the internet, each posting only their best moment. So your brain runs the same comparison, except now, instead of comparing yourself to 50 people, you're comparing yourself to the best moments of everyone on Earth. No wonder you feel behind. You're not behind. You're just running an outdated survival program against an impossible sample size. Here's a different way to look at your life. Instead of asking, am I ahead or behind? Ask, what did this season actually give me? Maybe you're not where you pictured you'd be at this age. But maybe you also grew patience you didn't have before. Maybe you learned who to trust and who to walk away from. Maybe you finally understand what you actually want, instead of what you thought you were supposed to want. Those aren't delays. Those are the parts of your story that make the eventual success make sense. Nobody wastes the years they spend becoming who they need to be. So here's what to actually do with this. Number 1, mute the comparison. Unfollow or mute the accounts that quietly make you feel like you're losing a race nobody invited you to. Number 2, track your own timeline. Each week, write down one thing you did better than last month. Not better than someone else, better than your past self. That's the only comparison that matters. Number 3, redefine on time. Decide for yourself what actually matters to you, not what a highlight reel told you should matter. On time means moving at a pace that lets you build something real, not something rushed just to keep up. You are not behind. You're not ahead either. You are exactly where your specific story has taken you. And that story isn't finished. The people you're comparing yourself to didn't walk a straight line either. They just don't show you the parts that looked like yours does right now. So stop checking everyone else's mile marker. Keep walking yours. If this helped you see things a little differently, subscribe. I post videos like this every week to help you think clearer and move forward with more confidence. And if you want to go deeper on building unstoppable habits, watch this video next, where I break down atomic habits in 5 minutes. I'll see you in the next one.